What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob. We changed it up a little bit for this one. Oh, I probably took the wrong end of the stick, though.
I got high ground.
You've got the higher ground on me. But guys, if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Hit the subscribe button down below. Great things are happening to superstars every single day. And why would you even chance it with the drop we got coming tomorrow? Hit the subscribe button. Try and get that juju. Even if you don't think it's real, what if it is? What if there is real juju in the subscribe button? So just hit that button. And if it is, it increases your chances. If you don't hit it, you'll never know. So let's hit that.
Got nothing to lose. Got nothing to lose.
Another way that you can up your juju, become a superstar VIP. $2.99 a month. Hit the join button below the video. You get a nice badge next to your name. You see all our buys and sells. If we hit on the drop, you're going to see it because we're going to post that we bought on the drop and what we got. And if we sell it, you're going to also see it. On top of that, spreadsheet. We're going to go into the spreadsheet today for AF15. It's going to be amazing. We actually did a little bit of alterations on our personal copies just to show you some detailed explanation. But on top of that, we do giveaways. We got Disney mini brands we've been giving away. And we're also giving away stars in the universe over the last couple of weeks. And we'll continue to do that. I think that's really fun. We have other plans. There's a P.O. box in the description below. We might utilize that for some giveaways as well. But if you have any drawings, any cool art, you want to send it through, we got the P.O. box down there. Also, we have a Discord. Shout out to Mel's Meta Magic for setting that up for us. And it's actually been popping in the last couple of days. So that's also in the description. All things you need to find are there. Here's the VIPs. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. And I think all you're going to have secret rares. We don't have 250 people yet. So you should all get one, pretty sure. Follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. On Twitter, you can find the Superstar Money account on Veve, and you can click the link, follow us that way.
Oh man, we're gonna throw some math. We saw a lot of people in the comments saying that they're looking forward to hear our price prediction. So we're gonna give you guys a little bit of math to help make a decision on this one.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I mean, Rob was even getting excited, tweeting out this morning with the announcement of AF15. I hope the entire Superstar fam has their juju meter full on drop day. You deserve the best. Good luck to all. And 85 people loved it because they want that juju, you know. So guys, I think that you guys are all very well deserving, and I hope to see so many of you guys hitting that secret rare, changing your life.
Nothing will make me happier than seeing the Superstar fan profiting off of this drop. I've been saying in the comments all day today, may the juju be with you, and I hope everybody has the best of luck on the drop. I mean, I'll be happy if I just get one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't. Obviously, the secret rare are going to be another level of happy, but if you just get a common, I'd be pretty happy with that.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Also, shout out to NTTX for joining the VIP. He did it just in time to get that juju for probably one of the biggest drops to come in a long time. Probably bigger than Vader at this point, I would say. But maybe not. Maybe similar to Vader in terms of what it goes for in the secondary market. We don't know. So we're going to get to that very soon as we go through our predictions. We got Charlie saying, as a superstar, I'm wishing everyone some extra juju. That's the type of people that are superstars, just going around wishing good things on other people. That's why we retweeted that. Superstar Bravivi Hart, also previous winner of one of the Disney mini brands giveaways, been saving up for AF15, but tomorrow I take a shot of juju, of Superstar Money and juju. So he's been saving it. He's been holding it for this drop. Now he's going to take that shot of the juju, and he's going to hit that secret rare. It's going to happen.
Yeah, best of luck to him. He's been tracking us. I think he's been a superstar since we had like 50 subs. So best of luck to him.
Long time sub. Mac and NF Cheese. I'm always shouting them up because they are doing fantastic works and using golden moments. Look at that. They got the Avengers logo as the A, lenticulars as the F. I don't know what this, maybe Star Wars cards as the number sign, lightsabers for the 1, and golden moments for the 5. That collection looks like crazy.
That is sick. That is sick that guy thought of that. Like, this is so creative.
Yeah. The Veve fam is really good, really smart.
Yeah. Incredible.
Okay, Rob. So basically, Veve's Twitter is about Amazing Fantasy, and it's very, very hyped up. I mean, I want to say something here. Let me pull this up. Guys, I told you guys on the Boba Fett drop, I wasn't going for the drop, and it was because of the type of market we were in. So on this one, I think I'm going to follow similar sentiment and not go for the drop. No, I'm just joking. I had to play that one because I knew some of you guys were wondering if I was going to go for the drop if I actually lost my marbles. Boba Boba Fett played up. It worked out for me that I didn't end up going for it. I mean, I probably would have lost money on that drop. This drop here, Rob and I have very, very similar mindsets. We're both going for it as many times as possible. So, Rob, why don't you, or maybe I'll get the Medium article up. We'll go through it first.
Yeah, do the Medium article first.
And then we'll go to our price predictions.
Let's just remind, it just came out today. So let's remind everybody.
Why don't you go through it? I'll scroll and you go through it, Rob.
Pull it up. So we got 10,000 mints. I'm going to tell you this right off the top of my head, right? Super limited. While he pulls it up, obviously, there you go. Look at the covers, the common, obviously the OG one. So there's a lot of people saying that if you're in the common gang, when the original comic book collectors decide to finally come on this app, they're going to be eyeing that. There's only 6,000 of them. Okay, so this sounds like a lot, a lot of mints, but it really isn't. So that is right there. You have the grail right off the common. So best of luck again to everybody. My favorite of this one here probably is going to be the common, just because it's so iconic and classic. How about you, Joe?
Yeah, so I was doing a little bit of research, listening to a bunch of podcasts Twitter Spaces and a bunch of videos, and found out that the Secret Rare is actually from one of the panels inside the book. Okay. And maybe a lot of people wouldn't know that because a lot of people haven't opened one of these in real life. So it is, I forget whose stream it was on. They actually pulled I think it was Dino streaming with Sleeping Comics, and Sleeping Comics pulled up the Marvel Unlimited. And then it was like the second page. It's not actually the first appearance. They were wondering if it was the first appearance. He's actually his second appearance or second page of It's his logo, and there's like a spotlight coming from behind him. So that's where they pulled that from. Okay. So that's a cool one. I also do like the ultra rare and the rare covers on this. I think
more modern look.
I also think that because you got to think like this: digital age. We're talking about digital comics. This is one that you can only get on Veve. That might be a draw to some real comic book collectors. The fact that they can only get this by having a digital version. They can get the common if they pay $40,000 in real life or whatever, but they can't get this otherwise. So I think if you hit a rare or a ultra rare, you might end up having a decent hit on your hands. The Secret Rare, obviously, it has original artwork. I think of the 5, the uncommon might be the least sought after.
It is. We see that in the pricing too, which we're going to go over later.
Just because of what I explained here, I think that the rare and the ultra rare actually are going to have some value to them, just because you can't get them anywhere else. And real life comic book collectors, if they do come here, they might be looking at those. Yeah. And the common, of course, just to replicate something that costs $40,000 in real life, you're probably not going to have to pay anywhere close to that, at least for now. To pick one up. So I think I'm with you. The common's my favorite looking one as well, just because of that iconic.
And kudos to Sleeping Comics, obviously educating the whole community on comic books in general. But there you go. That's a little bit of the nerd inside of us now. We're comic book guys in training, right? Yeah. Just these little nitbits here and there. That's from the second page from the original. So that's really cool to know. And I agree with you too. The Veve exclusives, obviously somebody's going to have to come here. At the end, it doesn't matter which one you get. They're all sick. It doesn't matter which one you get. So scroll down.
Yeah, you also want to think about if you minted it. That might mean something in the future. So like even if you get an uncommon, it's not your favorite one, you get a high mint number, it's still going to say you minted it. So that might mean something, especially on a big book like this. To me, it might mean something. So I might not be selling no matter what I get.
It might be. You're right. It might be worth holding when you get on the drop and then buying another if you can afford to do so. Yeah. So the listed price is only 20 gems. I actually thought that was quite generous of Veve. I really thought that with a 10,000 run, a mint run, they would have went way more expensive. They know they're going to sell out, right? They could have listed this at 100 gems and it would have sold out at 10,000. They could have listed it at 200 gems. I would say up to 400 gems and it would have sold out. There was really no limit. And for them to only go 20 gems on this, I think it was actually quite generous. And they truly are rewarding the early users, the Veve fan that are here right now. You got 10,000 mints in total, 6,000 on the common. You got 2,250 on the uncommon. You got 1,000 on the rare, 500 on the ultra rare, and only 250 on the secret rare. So, with those kind of numbers, it's your classic 10,000 run. But when you have a grail comic like this, everything is now magnified. So, your drop strategy on drop day, if you're going to go for the timing method, you better make sure your timing's on point, because I feel like if you second guess yourself even a little bit and you're just, instead of getting 0.08, 0.06 on the seconds, you're at that 0.1, 0.15, it might be too late. You might not get it. There's a lot of risk on this. So make sure you practice online before. There's some websites to help you train your finger and maybe be in game time, game time ready come tomorrow. And don't forget to set your alarms too. We don't want to forget. You're going to be working, you might forget it.
The other thing that's interesting to me here is, if you guys don't remember, doing the spamming method on comics when you had comics selling out instantly, it did not work. Now, people are saying over the last couple of months, I've hit doing a spam technique. That's because nobody's buying them. They're not selling out. You can spam, you're gonna hit it, it's gonna sell out. But when things were selling out, it would glitch up. So we don't know how the spam technique is going to work on this drop. I'm going to take my chances on timing. I know it works. I know it's worked in the past. If my timing's off, it is what it is. But I don't want to risk locking up the button, because that's what used to happen on comics only. You used to be able to spam on collectibles, but on comics, it would lock up the button and you couldn't even click it. I'm going to take my chances with the timing. I feel like it's a little bit too difficult for someone to go in and hit it twice. To outride. Like, even if I hit a little bit late, hoping that maybe of the people going for it, less than 10,000 people hit it perfectly. And that's my bet.
It's gonna be a hard one. I typically do use the smash, even on comics. I have had success with it. But you're right. If you keep button mashing it, it basically locks up and you will not get the window. So you kind of have to pull back at the right time if you're going to button mash. And then even then, I don't know if they've changed the drops, that maybe it just gets confused and it doesn't even register in the first place.
So let's hear from you guys. What are you doing on the drop? I know I've heard from people, they've been doing the button mash in recent drops, but I don't believe it. I don't trust it, just because I know that things have not sold out in the recent times. Was there a comic drop that did sell out that you were able to get by spamming in the recent time? I guess, I don't know, maybe Star Wars. I don't even know. I think maybe that's sold out right away.
Well, there's also a lot of talk about bots coming back, right? Like there's these websites now that you can buy KYC'd accounts. So I've actually seen it as well on some familiar names. I don't want to use their names, but some of our superstars themselves I've seen on Discord basically saying, they've purchased actually a few KYC accounts.
Oh wow!
I'll tell you after. I forgot to tell you this before the stream. We could talk about it after, but
I didn't know that.
I don't want to rat any of them out on live here. But they definitely went on Discord, so they're not too concerned about it, and they've shared that they did buy accounts. And there's websites that other superstars have sent us. I think it was actually Superstar Laura or Sarah. I can't remember which one. They sent us the website where you can go and buy KYC accounts. It's a big business. Anytime people can make money, they're going to find a way to profit, right? So it's not surprising to me that KYC can be beat. I really think that you need MCP to really, really kill the bots. But every layer of difficulty that they add, you filter some more and more away. So it is what it is at this point. You gotta go for it. You gotta hope for the best. Not a lot of them at 10,000. You ready to talk about some price predictions?
So before we get into that, you just mentioned a couple of the Superstar fams. So today we have to give a big birthday shout out to Superstar Jess. Happy birthday. She's been in the fam since the early days. So happy birthday, Superstar Jess. Thanks for sticking with us and being part of the Superstar fam. We hope that you get that Superstar Juju on the drop tomorrow in honor of your birthday. Hope you wished for that on the candles. On top, so let's get into the price predictions. The one thing I do want to mention is we kind of based our price predictions off of two books in the app. The first of which is another 10,000 mint run, which is Avengers number 8, which is probably the most prestigious 10K mint run. The thing is, it's not to that level. We all know it. First appearance Kang, but it's not first appearance Spider-Man. It's not even in the same atmosphere, but it gives us kind of a basement to start looking at. Then we have Marvel Comics number 1. Now, Marvel Comics number 1, very big grail book.
Fair comparable.
What is the problem with Marvel Comics number 1? We have 60,000 mints. Now, a big portion of those mints are allocated to the common.
Yeah, so big time.
One of the big reasons why I decided to go for low mint commons is because of 48,000, there's only 499 that could have a 3-digit. And that to me was a big discrepancy in the marketplace. That's why we went that way. But the other variants don't have crazy amounts. So what we did when we were analyzing this is we took into account both Avengers 8 and we took into account Marvel Comics 1, and we kind of prorated the number of editions per common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, secret rare.
Right.
to come up with our price predictions. And I think it came out pretty well. So Rob, why don't you pull up your screen and kind of go over it?
Yeah, we did a little bit of mashing here. So you have it pulled up on your end there?
I can pull yours up.
I got it. There you
Okay.
go. Okay, so take a look at the spreadsheet. We just did it all here. So again, listed $20 listed price, 10,000 mins, market fee 8.5%. So right here in orange, we did Avengers 8. So I think the key thing about this is that we wanted to compare the number of mints, and we want to do almost a weighted average to factor and adjust the price of Marvel Comics #1 as if it was going to be a 10,000 mint run. So then you come over here to Marvel Comics #1, you can see that the common has 48,000 mints versus 6,000 mints on Avengers #8. Going down, you have 6,000 on the uncommon versus 2,250 on the uncommon, 3,000 on the rare versus 1,000 on the rare on Avengers 8, 2,400 on Marvel Comics #1 for the ultra rare, 500 for the ultra rare on Avengers #8. And then you have 600 on the secret rare, and then you have 250 for Avengers #8. So that's comparing the 60,000 mint run from Marvel Comics #1 to a 10,000 mint run on Avengers #8. But now we're getting a Marvel Comics #1 style comic, so that kind of valuation, but we're getting it with Avengers #8 mints. So what we did was we just simply took the 48,000 in this case, divided it by the 6,000, and multiplied that factor by the $100 price. So we're just adjusting it, but using the mints, we're just doing a weighted factor and multiplying it by that price. And what you end up getting, 800 gems. 800 gems for the common. Now, I've heard a lot of price predictions out there, but anyone saying that this is going to be $200-300 priced common did not do the math, because I have to use this as some kind of measure to help me make a decision. We will be nowhere near, I think, 200 to 300 gems. I can see it being 500 on the low end, but we're getting 800 with this strategy. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to be any higher than that, though. I think that, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be any higher than that. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I think so. The whole reason we're showing Avengers #8 here is obviously it's not a comparable book in terms of quality of comic or whatever real life value, but it does show you a price that this book should not touch lows of. So anyone thinking you need 4,500 gems or 5,000 gems to get the secret rare, it's not happening. You can go get it. That's what Avengers #8 is at right now. So if you only saved up 5,000 gems to try and go after a secret rare, you better have lightning quick fingers to hit whatever bot drops that on the floor, or whoever's deciding, okay, I want to take a quick flip, because that's not the value of that book. It's not even close. We can see our value here, if you base it off of Marvel Comics 1, is 27,000, and that is of a low price that's sold today. Right now, the actual book is $17,000. If you change that number, that's going to totally boost our projected price. And kind of where Rob has projected price for Marvel Comics and Avengers 8, its actual price. And then the projected price would be for AF15 on the end there. So
this would be the
that's actual price in the store.
This would be the actual price. Yeah.
So 11.5, we put that because that actually sold, and you never know the actual price of these secret rares that are really, really expensive because they don't sell all the time. So that's why we chose to take an actual sale for that one rather than what it is in the marketplace.
Yeah, so we're getting 27,600 on the secret rare. And like, just as like a little sense, like I was just thinking, like, how much is the secret rare going to go for? It wouldn't have surprised me if it goes for 30,000. Like it wouldn't surprise me. I think it's actually like that's reasonable. I don't know how many are going to actually sell. I believe there are people out there with that kind of money. We know we have celebrities on the app. We know we have, people with money on the app. So it wouldn't surprise me, especially right after the drop. You have that hype and you have people coming in and buying that stuff up. Marvel Comics #1 just sold for 11.5. Yeah. So there's 600 of those ones. There's only going to be 250 of these. So you have that scarcity factor, almost a third of Marvel Comic #1. And that's why you're getting close to a 3 times more for the projected price of AF15. So just going down the rest of the numbers here, the uncommon is very, very different because you actually have a drop in price. It's the cheapest one at $299. So it's based on this adjustment, we got a $300 uncommon. And we were talking earlier about how the uncommons tend to be a little bit less popular. And we can see that as well with the Avengers #8, how the commons going for 128 whereas the uncommons went for 105. It may not go for 300, just like a little bit of a sense check on that. Like if everything else is going so much higher, there might be a little bit of like a hype factor on that. It can maybe go up a little bit, but whatever it ends up being, the uncommon will most likely go for less than the common and everything else for that matter.
I also think the rare is kind of maybe underpriced there. I can see the rare being similarly priced to the common, just because it's first time ever artwork for this book. And like I said, tie it to the digital aspect. People who are real life collectors obsessed with this book are going to come in and want to buy these unique covers because it's the only place you can get them. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the rare a little bit higher. I don't know if the reason Marvel Comics #1 is a little bit lower is because it's all the same cover, and then they just change the coloring. You know what I mean? It's this is a unique artist's take on it. So I could see the rare and the ultra rare even being a little bit more expensive than we see here.
Yeah,
I think I'm with the common and uncommon pricing. I think that people don't want the uncommon as much as the common.
Yeah,
I could see people selling that off a little bit quicker. The mints are now a lot closer, 2250 versus 6,000, whereas 6,000 to 48,000 is a huge difference. And we saw how sought after that common was. So I think the common is going to definitely have a big draw. I just don't know if the rare will go below. The other thing, and I don't think anybody's really talking about it, is the secondary market. I don't know if people think in these prices. So the reason I say that is I look at Walt, I look at Todd, they're hanging out. People say it's priced in, it's priced in. I don't think people are going to realize these prices. If you want to get a Secret Rare and you need 30K, you're going to have to sell a Walt if you have multiples. You're going to have to sell a couple Todds if you have multiples. And I could see that happening actually after the drop when people realize how much these things are going for because of the lower mint run. I think people are thinking maybe, if I have 5 to 10. I listened to Space today. They said if you have 10 grand, you will be absolutely fine to get a Secret Rare. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. I think maybe 1 or 2 people might get it just because they'll be quick. But I think people are going to quickly realize that 10 grand will not be enough for the Secret Rare. Maybe the ultra rare.
it's really hard. It's really hard for me to agree that the Secret Rare will be 10 grand, only because Marvel Comics #1 with almost 3 times number of mints sold for 11.5. So with that as a measure, we have to assume it's going to go for more. That's how we're getting the 27.6. Yeah. Now, when you're in that level of like scarcity, 600 versus 250, it becomes a situation where, the price is so high, the scarcity is there on both of them, that it may not follow that linear path that we're calculating right now. Whereas the common, maybe there's a higher likelihood that we'll actually hit that $800 price target just because you're dealing with a higher number of mints. It's a little bit more liquid in terms of the number of people selling and buying. Whereas this is it's so inefficient and there's so few sales that happen that our level and confidence in this number is very hard to find that true value. But this just sold yesterday, right?
I think today.
It sold today. Okay, it just sold today at 11.5. So I agree. I think based on the numbers, you probably are going to need more than 10. Maybe right off the bat, there's going to be some chaos going on. People are going to be just flipping. Who knows? They're thinking, I'm going to go buy a Partners. I'm just going to flip the Secret Rare and just get out of here, buy a Partners or 2. Who knows? Yeah. But yeah, and then Ultra Rare, don't think it's going to be that much as well. Like we got 2,400 right now. We didn't talk about this one yet, right? The Ultra Rare, we got at 2,400. You have 700, right? If you compare to the Avengers #8, that's listed at 700, whereas it's 500 on the Ultra Rare. For Marvel Comics #1, 2,400 versus 500, so you can see almost a 5 times difference. But the prices are comparable. Check
this out, Rob. Check this out.
Let's see it. I'll pull you up. 10.9.
So this one sold for less.
10.9. Okay. I mean, we can plug it in right now very quickly to see how it looks. Right. It's not going to change the numbers too much, but that brings us down to 26,160.
So I think you're looking at 25K plus.
Right.
Yeah.
But 10 seems too low based on Marvel Comics #1 with the amount of mints that are there. But again, it's such a special area of the market that it's really, really hard to have a high level of confidence in that number because there's just so few of them.
That's true.
I
think it should be around 25. Could it be lower? 100% it could be lower. People won't be doing this type of math to realize where they should list these things. So those are the people who have inefficiencies in the market. We're doing the math for you, so you know maybe where these things should lie relative to other things that have been in the app for a year already.
Yeah.
So if you do see anything lower than these numbers that we're showing, could be opportunity. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just people holding on to something they've been holding for a year and refusing to sell and kind of bumping the price up a little bit on Marvel Comics 1. But I think anything lower than these prices, I wouldn't be, for myself at least, not financial advice, but I wouldn't be afraid to take a deeper look. Obviously, 27,000 is a little bit out of my price range, but you get the point. I mean, 10,000 to me would be a huge steal. It's less than half of what it should be according to this chart.
No one has a crystal ball. We do our best to use data and numbers just to help increase our odds of making a good decision. We have no idea if the common will go for 800. Would it surprise me if it goes for a little bit less? Not really. Would it surprise me if it goes for a little bit more? Not really. But if it goes for 200-300 gems, that would surprise me just because of the analysis that we just did right now. So this is going to be a very profitable drop, which everybody knows. I wish everybody the best. I would love for you.
Scroll down there and show them.
Sorry.
Average profits.
Massive average profit. Like the way this spreadsheet, that's the way I did average profits. Maybe it's not super clear. It was just to give you a benefit cost ratio. So like basically you're risking 20 gems to make on average like 1,200. And that's when you consider, like in this case, the numbers are extremely skewed because your secret rare is just so expensive that 2.5% of people that actually get that are going to just drag up that average profit. But the point is that it's a no-brainer. Everyone needs to go for this drop. Tell your friends. Make sure they subscribe to our channel so they can always stay on top of everything going on with Veve. Yeah, make sure they do it. And then maybe very soon they'll become a VIP because they want to use this exact spreadsheet that we're using right now to help them make decisions on the future as well with drops.
So the great thing you just mentioned here, actually, the average profits, this is how you got to look at it, guys. It is basically of all of the drops, say everybody only hits one. So 10,000 are given out to one person each. So one individual wallet gets one on drop. If you were to average out the average profit based off of the predictions that we have here, so all the people who got secret rares, split up all their money equally amongst everybody, you're giving away about 1,200. Is that 1,284?
Yeah,
I'm reading $1,284 per person on this drop. Veve could have priced this 1,000 gems more and still made profit, but they're doing this. This is very, very generous of the team to do this at this time for the people who are still here. And give away that much per person is insane.
They are rewarding active users. Like they are rewarding the Veve fam. We talked about this earlier in the video. I really thought they were going to come in at like $100 price target. I actually thought with a 10,000 mint drop that they would just price it at $100, be done with it, and make some profit on that, and it would still be generous.
Yeah,
it would still be generous.
Crazy generous. Yeah,
it'd still be crazy generous. We don't see ratios like this ever on drops. So again, like this is David. You right now, kudos to him and Dan just for being able to bring this in at this time. Perfect timing. I hear people complaining about using this as a marketing tactic. I don't agree with that. I think it's better that the fam gets rewarded for their commitment to the project. There will be a day where people will rush back in, and it really won't be marketing. Marketing is only part of that. Like we need the macroeconomic conditions and the appetite for NFTs globally, worldwide to come back. It happens with the crypto market all the time. It comes in waves. When that next wave comes, marketing or not, people are going to find Veve and they're going to want Veve. So I don't mind that they didn't market this. Give us a higher odds of maybe getting one on the drop. I really hope tomorrow both Joe and I can come to you, and the rest of you can comment below saying that you got the juju, you got one, and good. Kudos to those 2.5% of people that are going to get the secret rares.
Yeah. What do you think is better marketing though, Rob, than you hitting a secret rare, going to your buddies, and saying, "Here's my bank account, not even my Veve account, and here's 25,000 gems or dollars in my bank account because I paid 7 gems or 20 gems on an app that I just found."
That's fantastic marketing. I mean, all these investors are going to come running to the app because mainly pretty much everyone here is an investor. I mean, I don't know that many collectors on this app, but that's besides the point. You come in and people hear they can make money, they're going to come in, right? When people hear they can make money in crypto, they come into crypto. If they hear they can make money on NFTs, they're going to come here too.
Exactly. And this is a good job for that because, like we said, only $20 and potential to make 27,000, and even on the low end, the common, which is the most available, we're predicting 800.
I think 800. It's in 800. When I originally thought about it, I thought it maybe it'd be closer to 500 to 600. But when we did the math, it's showing 800. So
40.
at least we have some gauge, right? Or we have some idea now where it's going to land. I would love to know what everyone else thinks. Make sure you comment below. We want to hear your price predictions. Some of you gave us your price predictions last video. We saw some debate. Be respectful to each other, right? Yeah, give your opinion. It's okay if you think it's going to go for 200-300, then write that you think it's going for 200-300. We don't mind, and in the future we can assess and see what happened. If we're wrong with 800, the next time we do this, we'll say, well, how can we tweak the numbers to maybe give us a more accurate idea? But right now, this is what it's showing. So let us know below. All right, Joe, what do you got opening up there?
Oh, we got Woody.
Woody.
So
hey,
Woody. Rob might be trying to steal this. I gotta hide this one away.
Yeah.
So nobody takes it. But now we've got
Woody.
to
match my digital. I need to match.
We got Jesse and we got the horse there. So basically the whole Toy Story fan in the building except for Buzz. But we plan to get a real Buzz, not my Buzz, eventually. So I think that's it, Rob. What do you got to tell them?
That's it, guys. Don't forget, if you haven't already, smash the subscribe button, become a superstar, join the Superstar fam. Let us know below everything you thought about today's video. Good luck tomorrow on AF15. I hope somebody gets it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It costs you nothing, and a lot of people were getting really good luck with it. Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Get the spreadsheet that we just used right now to help you make decisions on drops. Get the star beside your name. We're going to advertise for you. We're going to name a star after someone every single month. You can see our buys and sells. Again, thank you to all our supporters. We appreciate you, and we will see you on the next one. Take care.
Love you. Bye.